Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a wire sculpture. We're going to start with the human. So when you take your wire out of the bag, you're going to take it from this opening where all the curvy pieces are. That way the rest don't get in knots. There is a slight chance that the wire might be sticky. It's not a big deal if it is. So to start a person, when you pull out the wire, it's already automatically in half, okay? So you're going to take this loop and you're going to make it about the size of between a nickel and a quarter. Okay, you don't want it too big because that won't work. If you make it too small, you'll just have a very small person. So I'm going to go like between a nickel and a quarter. Okay, I'm going to pinch there and I'm going to twist, kind of like I twist a key into a doorknob. I only want like 2 or 3 of these little twists here, otherwise it'll look like a giraffe neck and we want it to look like a human. So this side will be for the left side of the body and this side will be for the right side of the body. So then I'm going to take this side, I'm going to make an arm, thinking about my head and how long my arm goes out. And then I'm going to pinch up here at these twists and I'm going to twist. If it doesn't feel like it's twisting, you just have to do it harder. You're in charge of the sculpture. And I'm going to twist till I have a little hand. The hand is smaller than the head. Okay? So now I have a short wire. I have to put this back where it belongs. And a long wire. The long wire is for the other side. So I'm going to make another arm that looks about the same as the first one. Oh, it's not cooperating. So there we go. Pull it. Pinch it up here where I pinch the other arm and twist again. You can see how I really have to twist it. Again, you're in charge because it's a sculpture. You have to make it do what you need it to do. Okay, so this is essentially like the armpits right there. So now we need the torso, which is the part between your shoulders and your hips. So I'm going to twist it. I'm just going to twist it a couple times at first until I know how long I need it to be. Now, when we're talking about a person and their proportions, your elbows are outside of your head. They're wider than your head. And your wrists, your arms go about mid-thighs, and you can stand up and you can see this. Try it. So your arms are like mid-thighs. So I'm going to put the hips right here. The hips are about as wide as our shoulders. So I'm going to put the hips right there. And then the rest of this is used for leg. I'm not going to need all that for leg. That looks very unproportionate. Like I wouldn't have a leg that long. So I'm going to look to see, okay, where would the leg look good at? Think right about there. Okay, so that's going to be a foot. So I'm going to hold that. The foot's a little bit bigger than a hand, so I'm going to make that a little bit bigger than the hand. And I'm going to twist this extra wire up the leg or around the ankle. That's completely up to you. Now while I'm doing this, my rest of my wire sculpture might be getting a little messed up, but that's okay. I can fix it. You saw I just gave it a little twist so it doesn't come undone. Then I'm going to make the other foot the same length. So if at this point you have one wire that's a lot longer than the other, this is where you would even it up, okay? So you can see I don't have as much wire on this side, but there's my foot. Twist the rest up, like I might have to move that leg out of the way. Okay, and then I've got to twist that. So there's my person, but we don't usually stand on our toes, so I'm going to flip this up like this, okay? So then there's my person. Don't forget you need the hips and the shoulders, otherwise if it's like this, it's not going to look very much like a person. It will be definitely difficult to get it to stand in any sort of pose. So I can get this to sit somewhere. I can get it to sit somewhere where its knees are like hanging over the edge, like that, and its hands can be rested on there. I could, put it in a sprinting pose where I put the hands here. And you'll see me a lot of times when I'm doing this, I actually kind of pretend like I'm doing it with my body to see what the person would really look like. So the knee would be slightly bent, so that would be like a sprinting pose. And then after you get the first person done by yourself, you're going to be able to make other little things to go with it, and I will make another video about that, but you can use your imagination. You just want to remember that they're somewhat three-dimensional. So if you make a dog, we don't want it to be laying flat on the paper like a drawing. We want it to be able to stand on 4 legs and stuff like that. Okay? So there's my little wire guy. If you got lost at any part, you just rewind the video. You could undo this wire and you won't even know that you had made a mistake anywhere. Okay? Have fun with that.